Aloha YouTubers, Doom143, and this is my first cover artist section of my channel. And like I said, um, what I want to do is kind of just focus on artists that maybe we're not talking about as much, but I also would like to add artists that we definitely been focused on. I want to talk more to the community about, the actual artists and just a little bit about their history. What have they done? You know, if they just do comics or are they doing anything outside of the comic world as well. I just, everybody talks about variants, and what is a variant cover? Like, a variant cover is basically another artist doing their interpretation of either a superhero or a non-superhero, and putting their stamp on the cover. The interior doesn't change, the writing doesn't change, but for a variant will be just a different cover, and it might be the same artist doing something a little different, or it'll be a totally different artist. And because the cover itself is such a hot seller, or what makes the book prices go up and down, that's what I wanted to kind of focus on. And I wanted to focus mainly on artists, like I said, that maybe we haven't been talking about. And that's where I want to keep the conversations at. I won't be talking about the interior of the book. I won't be talking about the stories. I will mostly just be focusing on the artists and, maybe their history and the type of art that they do. So for my first introduction, we're going to talk about David Mack. So David Mack is actually both a writer and an artist. His notable works have been works on kabuki. He started kabuki in 1994. He's an author and a writer for Daredevil, and of course for Fight Club. If you guys ever watched the opening titles for Jessica Jones, David Mack is the person that actually did the opening title for Jessica Jones. He also did the opening credit for Captain America Winter Soldier. So what I'd like to do is just kind of flip through some of the covers that he's done, and just go through, I guess, why I feel like some of these artists deserve, I guess, a little bit more props than they've been getting, and just talk to you guys about it. So let's just go through some of the comments that I have. So one of the things you'll notice about David Mack is that he's really into watercolor and collage. So a lot of these pieces here will be actual real like cutout pieces and collages where he'll add to the actual comic, but what he's mainly known for is watercoloring. And his watercoloring is definitely what to me brings out the comic a lot. If you look at this is very, very, very close to what he's done on the Jessica Jones opening credit. He does a lot of great stenciling, and just his watercolor, how he does it on the particular character with the muscle tone or just the shading, the different types of watercolor he uses around. And he still does a stencil of the art, but you notice like these were like real pieces of lace down here. I don't know if you can see that. Let me try to move my camera right there. Do you see that lace? So real pieces of lace and real leaves, but also adding in the watercolor textures into it. David Mack has actually done a lot of great titles. He's done work on kabuki, like I said. He's done work on, obviously, the Swamp Thing. He's done work on Alias, Daredevil, Green Arrow, Justice League, Miss Marvel. Just a bunch of great titles. But the reason I wanted to just focus and make my first one David Mack is I just really like the art that he does on top of the covers. Really liked how it's a little different concept. Like, you might step away from a cover like this thinking it's kind of weird and stuff. But if you take the time to really just kind of take in all the brush strokes and just a little different things that he does with the shading, and just the colorings that they use, and like I said, again, using collages and different elements of art to just bring out just bring out the art in the comic. I think we can learn to appreciate a lot of these covers a little bit more than we probably have. There's some great artists out there that we constantly speak about. Again, here's the collage part, and here's the watercoloring, and I really appreciate. Obviously, I found a lot of Daredevil stuff. So when I do these series, I'm gonna try to find as much as I can. I guess without breaking the bank. But yeah, just try to find what I can, and just just have you guys really just take in the art part of it. Really, not talking about the story or nothing. A lot of these are great stories, but just kind of just taking in maybe just the art and just looking at it, just giving yourself some time to look at the covers and just kind of really just just breathe it in, just breathe it in and just really enjoy it. And like I said, like he's done some great work on Daredevil. He's actually been a writer and a artist on the book. He's done some internal work and some external work. He's actually been nominated 7 times for an Eisner Award, which is crazy. I think he's won a couple of them. But just what he brings to the comic world is just awesome, man. I just love what he brings to it. And again, just a simple art. I mean, the first time I saw this cover, I really loved it. I love how the blood out of Kingpin is making the Daredevil. I thought that was sick. Like that was super sick. I really enjoyed that cover. And yeah, so I'm going to be doing a bunch of these. Hopefully I can get more information so while I talk about it. But I want you guys to get involved too. By all means, leave comments. Let me know what I could do better with this part of, I guess, all my videos and stuff like that. Let me know about artists that you feel like we're not talking about. I mean, I'm going to talk about the big boys, don't get me wrong. I'll talk about Delato. I'll talk about Turner, I'll talk about Adam Hughes. But there are people that that are out there. There's artists that out there that we're just, if you're a cover artist and you're a person that just loves art in general, there are people who definitely we're not talking enough about. And maybe they stopped making comics. Maybe they're too busy working on like movies and TV shows and stuff like that. But if there's anything you guys want to let me know, any artists that maybe I don't know about. I actually have a bunch of names right now in my head I want to talk about. Sinkovich, is one. Alex Ross. And we talk about Alex Ross, but I definitely want to work on Alex Ross. I want to talk about Delato, Andy Granoff. Man, there's just a bunch of people, and it's simply, like I said, we're just talking about the covers. Not going to really be talking about anything else. So this was just my first view into the artist part that, like I said, I'm going to be calling the cover artist. So this will be cover artist number 1. And like I said, I'll just give a little history into some of the artists that that I've really grown to appreciate. And I really hope you guys enjoy this too. Again, this is fast. This is my first one. I'm sure I'll get better as more of these go on, but I hope you enjoy this. And as always, mahalo. Shit.